I have never thought this dream would come true, but I'm standing in front of my dream car. This is the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTAm Modificata, which stands for lightweight and track focused. We couldn't pick a more perfect day than this with the weather and the blue sky. The sun is out and the gun is out. Literally, this thing is a weapon on the road and on the track. Finished in Rosso and now, which is a beautiful color, full of flakes. This thing stands out so much. A completely different car than the Quadrifoglio. I mean, look at the front of this car. It is just so absolutely aggressive, and we have to thank that to Sauber Engineering, which you also might know from the Formula 1 team. They engineered a lot on this car. For example, these wide wheel arches 50 millimeters wider than the regular Quadrifoglio. A carbon spoiler, carbon roof, and also a fully carbon front with adjustable splitters, which you might not notice at first sight, but as you see, these screws are actually adjustable. It's also the same story on the rear wing. As you can see, you can adjust it. How crazy is that? A lot of people already know that my truly dream car is a Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, but this GTAm is something completely different, a whole new level, and I've never ever driven a Quadrifoglio. Imagine how insane it is that this is the first Alfa Romeo I've ever driven. So if you're wondering why does it have a 4-leaf clover and why it's called Quadrifoglio, Quadrifoglio is Italian for 4-leaf clover, which of course stands for luck. In 1929, on the Targa Florio, Alfa Romeo's racing team put the Quadrifoglio on the car. They instantly won it, which is of course really cool, and they developed it even further, and now it is the sports line of Alfa Romeo. Just in case if you're wondering, well, how track focused is it then? Look at the Sauber's racing harnesses, and this is something really special on this car. It has absolutely no back seats at all. A roll cage where of course these safety harnesses are tightened up with. But there's something really cool, and those are these helmet holders. You can put your helmets here and then put a safety net through these arches. For example, if you're not driving on the track or you're driving off the track, you can always store them into here. And of course, for emergencies, we have a fire extinguisher. Also take a look at these fully carbon bucket seats. I love these so much. The only thing is that the carbon is matte and not satin. On the Quadrifoglio this is shiny, and on the GTAm it is matte. Not really my taste. I would like to see it in shiny carbon, especially because the roof, the spoiler, those wheel arches, well, everything on this car is shiny carbon, so I still love them. Just look at the seats, and I must say they are pretty comfortable with the GTAm leathering, of course, fully Alcantara dashboard, and those seats are also from Alcantara on the front. And of course we have the Sauber safety harnesses. And if you're following my channel for well, you know I love those safety harnesses, those racing harnesses, those seat belts. I love them so much. Also driven them on the GT3 RS. It just gives that racing feeling which you really have on this car. So as I already said, Gran Turismo Alleggerita Modificata stands for lightweight and track focused. But how lightweight is this car? Well, it weighs 100 kilograms less than a regular Quadrifoglio, which is actually a lot. If we take a look at the cockpit, there's nothing really different than a normal Quadrifoglio. The steering wheel is also the same with the start engine stop button on the steering wheel, which I really love, by the way. This might sound a bit crazy, but I'm really a symmetric person, so I love it when the half is the same, so the left and the right. So I wish they had over here like a button, the sport button, but that is over here. But nevertheless, I still love the interior. Just so minimalistic, so perfect. A lovely screen over here, and over here on the Alcantara dashboard we have the GTAm lettering. It is limited 1 to 500, and this is number 168. And of course it is for sale at Premium Classics, so if you're interested, definitely check their link out in the description. I'm really thankful to the owner for letting me drive in this car, and of course Premium Classics for making this possible. It is really a dream come true today. and I will never forget this day. Oh, and this is also quite funny. So these are the door handles. Of course, lightweight, and if you pull it, the door will open. I mean, how cool is that? Just like the GT3 RS I've driven before. And once again, look at this color. It is just so extremely beautiful. And I am always in a really hard choice. Am I going to choose for Rosso Etna, which is this magnificent, beautiful red color, or am I going to choose for a Verde Montreal Quadrifoglio in the future? Well, honestly, I don't know. That Verde Montreal really made me fall in love, and it is something completely unique. But the GTAm definitely looks really good in Rosso Etna. Quite a funny thing, Sauber Engineering did a lot on this car, as I already said, and they put this on the splitter. For track use only, no step. I definitely had the plan to step on it. I mean, why should you? It is just a joke or something like that. I really love it. And the sound also does not disappoint at all from this car. Powered by a 2.9 liter V6 twin turbo derived from Ferrari. So there's actually a Ferrari engine underneath this bonnet. It sounds really good. I might get a lot of hate from this. I really find it sounding like a V8. It is a really deep V6 sound, not a really high sound, but a really deep sound. So stationary, it sounds like a V8 in my opinion. So this GTAm has only 6,600 kilometers, which is not a lot, but it has been driven, thankfully. And if I had the money, well, I will buy it immediately and drive this thing to a lot of places, including Italy, of course. I really want to drive this car so bad. I'm going to drive it in a bit. I am a bit scared. Of course, I want to be careful. It's someone else's car. It's also from a customer, another client. So I'm really curious what this car is about. And if I fall in love with the GTAm, then I will definitely fall in love with the Quadrifoglio. Cup 2s, thankfully, as already said, we have the best weather for this. And those wheels are 21 inch. Look at those ceramics. This color combo is really my favorite. But there's one thing that I would change from this car immediately if it was in my possession. And that is this ugly antenna. I don't know why they did this on a car, especially on a race car. Make a shark fin out of it, just like I did on my Focus RS. But I don't get it. Why the antenna? For what? Of course, you still have radio in this car, but I don't get it. Why? Just listen to that V6 orchestra. Isn't that already enough?
I was super excited to get behind the wheel, but then unfortunately last minute I've heard that the owner preferred not anyone else to drive their car, which is totally understandable. Of course, the owner doesn't know me, but it was the appointment. So I turned this video in what the car does the best anyway, pure engine sounds. Even without driving myself, just being this close to my dream car was actually a really special moment, and I'm still thankful that this was possible. So anyway, enjoy those V6 moments of this beautiful car.